Hello, thank you so much for clicking this video today. I really appreciate it. This is an important one for me. For the past few years, I and many of my team members have worked on building a new platform for Cardano. And, the goal of the platform is to grow Cardano. It's to, help onboard new users. It's to gamify Cardano, keep users more engaged. And it's also to bring value to the existing projects and businesses within the Cardano ecosystem. So, really, the goal that we set out to almost 3 years ago now was to really grow the Cardano ecosystem, make it easier, make it prettier, and make it more accessible. This video is going to be about that platform. We're finally launching it today, and I would love for you to check it out. And of course, you can have your own opinion, but I think that we've accomplished that goal. And let's honestly just jump right into it. This isn't a normal video, so if you guys could help me out with the engagement, I don't think it's going to do as well in the algorithm. But this is being launched on Cardano. It has multiple smart contracts. So if you could, leave a little comment down below, click the like button, do all the algo stuff, because I don't think the algo is going to like, me kind of shilling so much. But I think you guys will like it, honestly. So let's jump right into it. This is going to be kind of what is Atrium? What have we spent the last 3 years of our life building? We spent a bunch of our own money. We've also been funded in Catalyst to build this project. And, the first thing that, we'll take a look at, what we're launching today is the dashboard, the education portal, and then also the profile smart contract that allows you to mint Atrium profiles. So, when somebody asks you, I really think we're heading into a bull market here. ADA is almost at 90 cents. And of course, it could take a little longer than we'd hope. But what we've done is we've created 26 motion graphic videos for people that are new to Cardano or new to cryptocurrency. So when you come in here, you can say, okay, what is crypto? What is Cardano? How do I stake? What is a DREP? What is an NFT? How do I choose a stake pool? All of the basics that you and I already know. I believe there's going to be millions of new users that are coming into crypto that are going to need this education portal. So we've built this for you. When somebody asks you, what is Cardano? What is crypto as we head into this new cycle? You just share them atrium.io. It's really that simple. So we're going to go back and actually connect our wallet here. So the other thing that we're launching today, the education portal's live. What we're also launching today is the dashboard. And the dashboard is a pretty accessible dashboard. It lives on top of the wallet. So you can already connect the existing wallets that you have. Daedalus isn't supported because Daedalus doesn't have a CIP30 connector. But if you're using your Roy, Eternal, Vesper, for example, you'll be able to connect your wallet. So we have this nice dashboard here. We have the education built into the dashboard as well. If you go to the wallet tab, we have various tokens in this wallet that you can analyze. You can send and receive in the wallet, and you can also send to app profiles, for example. And we'll be getting to app profiles in just a moment. You can see my picture here. You can also see my address that pops up with that profile, and then we also have a little address book in here where you can store app profiles in the address book. We also have a coin market cap list here, specifically for Cardano native tokens. So this is kind of the dashboard that you check in on every day. And then, the other big smart contract that we're launching is Atrium profiles. So Atrium profiles are this video, we have it hidden right now because we haven't actually gone live. We're going to be going live in a few hours here, but by the time you guys see this video, everything is going to be live under atrium.io. So we're going to come in here and mint a profile. So we're also launching a SocialFi ecosystem on Cardano. And we've looked at the accessible dashboard, we've looked at the education portal, but the profile system really starts tying it together. So we're going to go ahead and mint bigpey YouTube, for example. And I've already minted this one, so we'll get rid of the E. So what's happening there is a smart contract is verifying that you can never mint these NFTs twice. You can also get referred by someone. So let's say you refer your friend, you're going to get a large portion of the minting ADA back as referral reward. So if I say, okay, BigPay referred me, you go ahead and type that in. You'll in the future you'll be able to get some ADA back from the actual referrers. So I'm going to go ahead and click next here. We can do a short description. We'll do Cardano content creator. and then we'll also do we'll say a professional for this one. The titles are unlockable in the future. You can also unlock more avatars. I'm going to go with my favorite picture here from the season one default avatars. I'm going to click I understand. It's generating the image in the background. It's building the transaction with the smart contract. And what's really cool about this is NFTs in past that you can send and receive to, they're minted by a centralized server, whereas we're using the beautiful technology of Cardano to actually mint these NFTs, which is really exciting to me. And there's no subscription fees on these. The mint price on mainnet is going to be about 30 ADA. And that's it. You now own that NFT, and you also can control the data for that NFT. So we have a cool little box, some music playing. So we got this background here at random. And you can see my username, you can see my title, and then the level. We're starting to kind of get into the gamification here, but each of these backgrounds has a different rarity. So you may get one that's more rare than mine. So if we click go to profile here, when we're going to the actual profile, this image is still loading in. We'll see it load in a moment. There's a bunch of levels here. We have 25 different levels that you can earn. And the way that you actually earn these levels is by engaging with Cardano on chain or on socials. So you can connect your Twitter here, you can connect your Discord. We have daily, weekly, monthly, and all challenges. And this is just the first smart contract that we're launching. And the last thing I wanted to say about this smart contract, we have special codes in here that you can redeem. There'll be some special challenges that you'll see at launch. You'll see redeem codes hidden around everywhere. But this NFT in your wallet, essentially you can update it. So as you unlock new stuff, you can come in, you can change your description, your profile, your background. And what you're doing is you're taking that NFT, you're going to the smart contract and then updating the smart contract, and only you can do that. So that's the evolution, of a Web3 profile. Essentially, we can't update your NFT data. It has to be you that kind of comes in, you take that NFT, it's almost your key, to update that data. So where it starts to get really interesting, and you can see the ecosystem kind of expanding, is you'll be able to stake to these profiles. We're introducing a new idea on Cardano called proof of influence. And your favorite projects, the way that they're going to get virality within Atrium is by getting delegation, just like an SPO. And there'll be rewards for gathering delegation on your profile, but you can, we talked about the incentive rewards earlier from, getting referrals on your profile, but you'll also in the future be able to gather delegation on your profiles, just like an SPO. So, this NFT kind of serves as the vehicle in which you can attract delegation and then get more virality within the Atrium platform. And we're speaking to the future a bit, because what we're doing is actually releasing different features at different times. We've been building for so long that we have multiple smart contracts to launch. We have multiple cool ideas to launch on Cardano. So what we're trying to do here is build up some momentum and give you some time with these ideas. So the first thing that we're launching today is the dashboard, the education portal, and then the profile minting, and then this fine profile screen, this whole dashboard, everything you see here. Next month on the 13th, what we're going to be launching is actually staking baskets. And staking baskets allow you to delegate to over 100 different Cardano stake pools at the same time. The first one we're launching is called Diffusion, and Diffusion delegates to 50 different single stake pool operators in the Cardano community, and then you earn ATMA tokens on top of your ADA rewards. So you're supporting 50 small businesses, you're earning ATMA tokens on top of your rewards, and then you can use those ATMA tokens to promote your favorite projects within the Cardano ecosystem. So if you guys like my YouTube videos, or you like Snack, or you like MinSwap, you take your ATMA tokens that you earn from supporting 50 small businesses on Cardano, and then you take those ATMA tokens and you use them to push your favorite projects, creators, builders higher up in the branding. And that's going to be the third big release, kind of around September or October time, is the ability to elevate your favorite projects within the Cardano ecosystem. And this really is a work of love, by me and my team members, kind of our life's energy, our money, everything's gone into this. And really the goal was to be an ecosystem map for Cardano, to be an onboarding tool for Cardano, to be a marketing tool for the projects on Cardano, and to make Cardano more fun and more gamified. A lot of what you see on X is negative and cumbersome and filled with world politics. Whereas, we want Atrium to be a tool that's positive, that shows the growth of Cardano, that shows the beauty of the blockchain and the builders within the blockchain, and kind of silences that noise. And there's a lot of ways that we can go in the future, but now is time for us to kind of get some feedback from the community. So let us know what you think. The if you want to support us, just get on here and mint a profile today. Be prepared for the next launches over the next few months, and then just support us on socials. The mint price is only 30 ADA. We spent quite a bit of money, so I think we're doing a really fair price here, where people can kind of get multiple profiles if they want. It's not really a limiting price. And yeah, that's it. This is kind of our work of love here. It's magical, to be honest. I started out, as a I started out just making YouTube videos, and then we launched, an event, and we launched a stake pool and an NFT project, and I never could have imagined that we'd be able to launch something so pretty and so useful for everyone, especially when I just kind of started out in Cardano and my dorm room in college, making videos off of a bad webcam. I think my first video was in my mom's basement, for example. And I've kind of used everything that I've learned and everything that my team's learned to build what we think is going to be useful for Cardano as we head into exciting times. And our goal was to build in the bear and launch right before the bull, to be able to provide value to the community. And I think that we got the timing right. So I would appreciate any support you guys have. Leave comments. If you made it till the end of the video, type in POI, POI, in the comment section. And thank you for all of the support over the years. I haven't made as many YouTube videos lately because I've been so focused on this. And I'm going to get back into it because I think that this platform is going to kind of help drive those videos. And, we want some feedback from you guys. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd like to see in the future. And, stay tuned. Join the Atrium Discord down below. And, if you need a good stake pool, stake to bloom. And give us a follow on Twitter as well. And, hope you do well. Happy Tuesday. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Bye bye.